Hello, today we're going to do 12.3 surface area of pyramids and cones. So you can identify a pyramid because we've got everything coming to a point up top. And there we go. Okay, so here's what we need to know about a pyramid. We still have one base. Well, the prism had two bases, okay? So today we have one base. And so the area of the base is still the same. The B is still the area of the base. And the perimeter is still going to be the perimeter of the base, just like we're used to for the prisms. The new thing today is the L. So we have the regular height of the shape, of the 3D shape, but now we've got a slant height to consider. Because if you look at this particular shape, this slant height is what's going to give you our area of this particular triangle. So we would need to know that. All right, and then based on, okay, so let's go ahead and go to pyramids. We'll do cones next. So if we're following this, let's redraw the base. Let's name this shape. We're going to name it by the base. So this is a triangular pyramid. And what do we know about this? We know that it has actually, this is a 6.1, so they're not letting us get off that easy. So we've got a height of 6.1, we've got a side of 7, and they are all the same, so 7 and 7. So the perimeter of this shape is 21, and the area, remember, is base times height divided by 2. So the base of this is going to be 7 times 6.1. Which gives us 21.4. I'm going to get out of this pen. I'm going to see if that works a little better. 21.4, so centimeters. All right, and now to find the lateral surface area and the total surface area, let's look up here. It says the lateral surface area is 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. So we'll just say 1/2. The perimeter is 21. The slant height, actually I didn't even write it down for us, was 12.2. So that's our slant height. We multiply all that together, we're going to get 128.1 centimeters squared. And then the surface area, let's look back up here at the notes, is, if you're going straight from the beginning, you can do all from the start, but since we already have the lateral surface area, it's just going to be that plus the remaining base that we didn't consider yet. LA plus B, so the lateral surface area, surface area was 128.1 plus the base area, which we said was 21.4, so that total is 149.5 centimeters squared. On these, it's saying to round to the nearest tenth, so that's 1 decimal place. All right, let's go on to this one. This base is a square, and I know it's a square because I see 16 and 16. So this is a square pyramid. It wants us to redraw the shape of the base. 16 times 16 will get us the base area, 256 centimeters. Is it centimeters? Nope, feet. And then we need the perimeter, so it's going to be 16 times 4 sides. And that's going to be 64 feet. All right, so lateral surface area for a pyramid is 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. And we don't have the slant height this time, so I'm going to have to show you how to find it, okay? So what we're going to do for this, they gave us a height of 6, so we're going to make a triangle and use the Pythagorean theorem to find out the slant height. So your slant height is right here. And if you go from this height out to that slant side, we're right here. So this was a 6. We know this amount because it's half of our 16. So we're going to find the slant height by using Pythagorean theorem. So I think I have room right here. So let's do 6 squared plus 8 squared is going to give us that hypotenuse. And that's our slant height that we're missing. So we'll have 36, 64. Well, I guess I don't really have room. Okay, so this winds up being, I guess I'll do it down here, 100. So we know C is 10, this is 10, that's our our slant height. So right here, we need this to be 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. And that's going to give us 320 feet squared. And then once we know that, we know this is lateral surface area plus the base. So 320 plus our 256 gives us 576. Okay, that's how we do that one. So if you are not given the lateral, I keep saying lateral, I'm so sorry. If you're not given the slant height, but they've given you the height, the regular height, then you're going to use that height to create a triangle to find out through Pythagorean theorem how to get to the slant height. All right, so let's look at this. This one is a hexagon, so 6 sides, and it says to draw it. So we are going to do our best to draw a hexagon and label what we know. So it seems like our side length is a 16. Our apothem is an 8. We're going to need to know that. Our side length is a 16. And our slant height is a 12. So this is our slant height this time. All right, to find the base of hexagon, the area, remember we're going to do apothem times the perimeter divided by 2, which means we need to know the perimeter. So we're going to do 16 times the 6 sides, and we will get 96. And now we'll do apothem times the perimeter, so 8 times the perimeter divided by 2 to get the area of that. And we are going to get 384 meters squared. So if I'm going too fast, just stop it, pause it anytime to catch up. Make sure you're getting the same numbers as me. Okay, so now we know lateral surface area is 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. So 1/2 the 96 times the 12. And that is 576 meters squared. And then this one's going to be the lateral surface area plus the 1 base. So 576 plus our base and that gets us 960 meters squared. Okay, for this little bit different one here, they're not drawing us a shape. It is a square pyramid, so our base is a square. The area of that base is 49. So if we take the square root of 49, we'll get our side length. So that is, this is a side, 7. So this is 7, this is 7. Our perimeter then is 49. I'm sorry, 7 times. Our perimeter is 7 times 4. But anyway, what is it they want us to know? They want us to know what the lateral surface area is. So in order to know lateral surface area, remember it's 1/2 the perimeter times the slant height. So do we have a slant height yet? I'm going to pretend like I know how to draw one of these. Okay, do we have a slant height? Yep, we have a slant height of 8. So that's our L. So we can plug that in down here. Perfect. Okay, I'm just going to do a different color. So 1/2. Our perimeter we said was 28. Our slant height we said was 8. And that'll give us our lateral surface area of 112. All right, now for our next section, we're going to go on to cones. So that was pyramids. So for cones, we still have height like normal. We'll have the radius of the circle. And we'll still have slant height. And we'll follow these directions to find the lateral area. It's going to be pi times the radius times the slant height. And then surface area will be taking the lateral surface area plus the base at the bottom. So all of these will have a circular base. So let's draw our circle. We have a radius of 7. And so in order to find the base of a circle, the area base of this circle, it's pi r squared. So it's 49 pi. Now this one's saying to leave it in terms of pi, so I'm going to do that throughout, okay? In the next one, I'm going to still leave it in terms of pi until the end, and then I'll start multiplying it out and rounding it. So let's go from here. The lateral surface area, it said right here, is this. Pi times radius times slant height. So pi times the radius times the slant height. So let's go pi. Radius was 7. Times 11, so 77 pi meters squared. All right, and for the surface area, we're going to take the lateral area, surface area, and add it to the base. So that one's going to be 77 pi plus the base, which was 49 pi. That gives us 126 pi meters squared. All right, let's redraw the base of this one. Same thing, little bit different this time because they're not giving us the lateral. We don't know the lateral, the slant height, sorry. Y'all, okay. And we do know the radius because it's going to be half of this diameter, so that's a 12. We do know this height is 16, so height is 16. Radius is 12. Height of the entire cone is 16. We're about to find the lateral, the slant height. Okay, and then the base, the area of the base. So let's start there. This, we said the radius was a 12, and pi r squared will give us the area. So 140 pi is going to be the area of this base. Perfect. Now, We're going to use the same method that we did earlier to find our slant height. So let's take this. We'll do Pythagorean theorem. We do know the 12. We do know the other leg is 16. We're looking for the slant height again. So 144, 256, 400, square root each, 20. So our slant height is 20. All right, we're ready to do our lateral surface area. So pi r L, pi times the radius times our 20 is going to give us 240 pi. Surface area is going to be LA plus B. So total surface area is the lateral surface area plus that extra base area. And total will be, hold on, let me get my answer. There it is. 384 pi. Now remember, these all said to leave it in terms of pi. This next one, it's saying to round to the nearest tenth, but I'm still going to start it out in terms of pi, just to keep it as accurate as possible. So this is still a cone. The base is a circle. It does tell us the slant height is 10. And it's telling us the diameter is 16. So we know the radius is half of that. So let's start out with base, because I don't think it's giving us height. All right, so base is going to be pi r squared. So pi times 8 squared. All right, once we know that, we can start writing out our formula, because they want us to know what the lateral surface area is. So lateral surface area, we remember, is 1/2. Oh no, that's the other one. Sorry. We need pi r L. So let's see if we have enough to do that. I think so. We have our pi, we have our radius, we have our L, so 80 pi. All right, and if we have that, we actually have enough to do the surface area as well, because that's going to be our lateral surface area plus the base. So it'll be 80 pi plus the base, which was right there, 64 pi. All right, so our total surface area here is 144 pi. But they're not letting us get off that easy. We do need to find the height, and we do need to do that by using that triangle of the cone. All right, so we know the lateral surface area is 10. The slant height, I said it again. We know the slant height is 10. We know the radius is 8. So we're just going to find the missing leg to get the height of the cone. So we will not have one of the legs. We will have one of the legs, and we do have the hypotenuse. So that'll be a squared equals 100 minus 64. A squared equals 36. A equals 6 once you square root both sides. So our height is 6 centimeters. Okay, from there, it does say round to the nearest tenth, so I don't want to mess up there. And we're going to go back and just plug all these into the calculator. And where are my answers? Okay, so this one winds up being 201.1 centimeters squared. This one winds up being 251.3 centimeters squared if you multiply 80 times pi. And we're rounding to the nearest tenth. 144 times pi is 452.4 centimeters squared. All right, and that's the end of our lesson for today. Thank you so much.